Yeah, thinking that it happened overnight, it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, I didn't. All bark but they don't bite, they timid. Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bark but they don't bite, cause I'm timid. Look, wait, I'm moving in tandem, militant how I'm advancing. Hold the baton, salary look like a ransom. She said it's making me handsome, showing me off. They said I've been getting cocky, this is my modesty anthem. Hold the applause, slippers of ruby, I'm dancing. Feel like I've been out in Kansas, Wizard of Oz, I'm
and then went to school in Chicago to get my doctorate of physical therapy. And the whole goal was to bring NFL care that I got when I was a pro athlete back to individuals like yourself. So that's why I do what I do, and I'm excited to serve you guys. I like nerd over this stuff, so it's really cool. I have some old professors and teachers in the crowd, which is really cool. Sweet, so how many of you have felt shoulder pain or currently feeling shoulder pain?
Right now.
Yes, that's a lot of people, right? Can somebody blurt out what you feel? What are you feeling the most? Pinchy, what movements are you feeling it in?
Lifting my arm.
Mm-hmm.
Overhead, just there. Push-ups. Can't pour the coffee.
Lack of range of motion.
Okay.
Yeah, that hurts too.
Yeah.
With keeping you awake at night?
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. So I just want to give you guys a quick video really quick and tell a couple stories.
Hey folks, what's up? It's Bruce here. I just came out, it's been, 3-4 weeks since I started seeing Dr. OD. Came in, had some shoulder pain, couldn't move.
Sweet. So biomechanics of the shoulder, there's so many different movements. We'll talk a little bit about it, but it has upper rotation, internal and external rotation, anterior, posterior, upward, downward sliding on the thoracic cage. So a lot of people forget about the thoracic component as well. Your shoulder blade moves on the thoracic cage as well in many different ways. Tilts anteriorly, posteriorly, medially, laterally, and it glides. So as you can imagine, there's so much room for error, right? And I haven't even talked about the glenohumeral joint, which is the shoulder, this right here. Isn't that crazy? It's all so complex. We're going to go over that and break it down really easy. So, it's so complex that it's simple. So you can do 180 degrees of movement with your arm, and 120 of that actually comes from your glenohumeral joint, right there. So it's max, and then the rest comes from the thoracic cage, 60% right there. Does that make sense? So 120, 160, or 180. Yes, exactly. So it can come from so many different areas of where you're feeling your shoulder pain or where it's off. And then coming up, upper trap. So your scap does a rotation like that. So your upper trap does upper rotation, and then your low trap keeps it down. And then your deltoid does a little lifting as well. Does that make sense? Then serratus anterior, like I was talking about with your scap on your thoracic cage, keeps it on there. Some people have winging. Have you heard of winging before? So your shoulder pops out a little bit and wings. That tells me that your serratus anterior is disengaged or underactive. Does that make sense? And then on the way down, your rhomboids does the reverse action. Rhomboids connects to your spine, to your medial lateral border of your scapula. And then it goes down, and then your levator scap goes up, and then your pec acts in there as well. See how complex that is? Complex, but so simple. Sweet. So, and then they try to pull up, and it's pinchy. So that's a common fall right there as well. So keeping that shoulder back and down. It sounds weird, but we are supposed to sit and walk around like this, big chest up. But a lot of us start doing this. We get into this, get into this. Guess what's going to happen? All the muscles out in here, they're not going to be weak. You guys are strong. It's under-engaged. It's not firing. So we got to get those muscles to fire on their own so your shoulders are back and down. Does that make sense?
Is it a good cue to say shoulder blades in your back pockets? Is that one way to think about it?
That's good. Yes. That's really good.
Okay.
Yes, that's really good. And I saw some as well doing push-ups. Really good on push-ups too. A lot of people do push-ups here. Keep it. Oh, no, you're good. So don't do push-ups like that. Even if your shoulder doesn't hurt, after a while, you're gonna start feeling that. So again, shoulders back and down like that. Everything, bench, pull up, rows, even on the row machine. Some of you can't start coming up here. I know you're tired, but guess what? When you get tired, that's when you start doing those patterns that are not good for your shoulder. And you do that repetitively, of course you're gonna start having pain. What'd you say?
You just said keep them down.
Yep, keep them back and down. Yep.
Okay.
Sweet. And then, like I keep telling you guys, like you guys are strong. Timing is more important than strength alone. So like I told you earlier, that was like a very foundational of the degrees of where shoulders pick up. Guess what? The muscles are like that too. So timing of where your muscles kick in is very important. So if you're going here and your thoracic cage is already out, it's not the appropriate time for that. So if it's coming out a little too early, that's why you're having shoulder pain. So the timing of where your muscles are kicking in and the sequence of it, super, super important. And I like to call that neuromuscular control. Just like I told you guys, the brain firing to the muscle. So we need your brain just firing on all cylinders to the muscle. It's different than acupuncture, but dry needling is so, so powerful. So what I do is use micro needles, and I'll use these since you're up here. So micro needles to go in for those adhesions I was talking about, to release them. And then they also address the fascial system as well. But you guys heard of exogenous opioids? So that means just taking drugs like exogenously. But actually your body produces it endogenously, which means your body stimulates it from your brain. So we stimulate that area to bring healing properties to the area. But if you had adhesions, how are you going to get healing properties to the area if the blood's not even flowing through or the nerves aren't moving? That's why it's so important to address this. So dry needling, super, super powerful. We'd love to do it on every single one of you. Yes.
Amen.
We got some dry needle results in here as well. Laura used it on her. Used it on a lot of shoulder patients. Really, really powerful. But I want to show you guys some things. That's the spot you need to stay at for like 45 seconds. So you go there and then roll that ball around right in that spot. Find another one up here and get this entire shoulder. Does that make sense? That's a way to address those adhesions and stuff as well. So they're like little knots. So imagine if you have a little knot there and you're doing the movement or an exercise, that knot's still there. You just get an extra stretch from other parts of that muscle. So to actually address that knot, we have to get rid of it. So lacrosse balls, baseballs, anything like that. Then also foam rollers, but obviously foam rollers aren't as specific. Or you can use it, you know that little hook cane thing?
Yeah.
You can use that as well. Find the tender spot and just work through it. 30 seconds, just little circular motions.
Hurts so good.
Yes, exactly. That's it. Exactly.
So are those the knots that you feel in there and here, the knots, they're like hard?
Yes, they're kind of hard. Yeah.
Use one of them on those?
Yes. For like 30 seconds and going like little small circles with it. Yeah. So use that but do it longer than 30 to 45 seconds. I won't get into the science of it, but it's called your plastic range. It's actually with stretching as well. But if you do anything less than that, then it's going to come right back. So before a workout, it's good to do that with the ball. Get your shoulders nice and loose.
Before you work out?
Before you work out with the ball. And then after, you can do stretches. But let me how to break this down simple. So before, you want to get your shoulders like nice and adhesion free. So take the ball, foam roll, do that type of stuff. But kind of like you guys, I don't think you guys probably sit there and do static stretches, right, before? No. That's going to cause your muscles to relax, but you can do that after. Does that make sense? So do the ball and everything before, and then long duration stretches after for longer than 30 seconds. Does that make sense? Cool. Now do it again and squeeze even harder. Back and down, down. There you go. Now lift your arm.
That doesn't hurt.
A magic. A magic. Exactly. But you see how like that's what your body's supposed to do. So if I support your shoulder back and down, but I can't walk around. I wish I could walk around with you and do that forever. I would love to. So we're gonna train. You wanna face them for a second? Train that low trap. Turn it a little bit more. Train that low trap like I showed you on the iPad. There's high trap, mid trap, low trap. Train it to depress that scapular back and down. Now do it again. Show them exactly what you did. Okay. Like you're trying to pinch my finger way down here. Yep. Now lift your arm. Just like that. So everyone try that. If you feel pinching that shoulder in the front or back, put your arm back and down and then go up. But keep it like over, squeeze it back and down. Changes it, right? Way different. But like I said, you can't walk around and think like, let me grab the coffee. backing down. You can't do that. So we have to make your body, exactly. We have to make your body do that alone. So these exercises will help with that, to strengthen it and make it engage more. Stamina, has really good stamina. So we're trying to get your low trap to have better stamina and be able to kick on during the entire workout, because once it gets tired, it gets disengaged. Does that make sense? Cool. So
You cross them over like we do over there, or just on the?
you can cross as well. I don't cross as much, although it is crossover symmetry. Have the same ones, but you can cross them.
Yeah.
But you can also just do singular right there and just walk back like that. And then with the pull-up, some of you sounds like pinchy. It's the difference between that. This exercise alone would be really good too, right there. Exactly, right there. And then keep it there when you do a pull-up. Like keep it. Does that make sense? It's hard to see from like there, but like, does that make sense? So that's a good exercise too. You probably do that sometimes.
Yes, we do skip.
Yep.
So back and down sounds like the key words that as coaches we would be throwing out, and that's what we
Yes.
mean by that. If we say back and down, that's what we're going for. We're noticing your pincing your shoulders up, back and down, back and down.
Yes, exactly. Does that make sense? Any questions on those two? Last one, that's a really good one. I have a million of them, but I hate giving a million exercises because guess what? It's going to go right. Yeah, you can be like, all right, and never do them. So these three you can incorporate. This one is very powerful too. So see how I'm doing this?
Yeah.
Back and down, row, 90. This is heavy, so then up. But you see how I'm like weakening it and my shoulders coming up? I will go way lighter for this. It is not about the weight, but you're going to a row, twist, keeping it down, up. Your shoulder's dynamic, so this is like the top exercise for this. Here, then you start adding isometric, walk back, down, then back.
That's real
I won't have you do this one, it's just tough.
We do every
You're all set too, sorry.
Every time we work out, we do this one, pivot. So
Yes.
if you wanted to, guys, you could just
Yes.
incorporate a step back and
And
then
then
forward,
also
then we
go
come
up,
down.
and then go up.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
And then
And then press.
We could incorporate that.
Exactly. But the biggest thing is making sure both of those, bang, back and down. Here, up. Versus,
Yeah.
like some people you're not just doing these exercises just to do them. Here, back and down.
So with all these exercises, right, if you are seriously like lopsided in strength, should you do the weak side more extra reps or?
Like if you're like one arm stronger than the other one.
Yeah.
Everyone's like that a little bit. But I think I saw this the other day. Is it because like pain, which one's pain? Like,
See, it's
like which one?
not.
Hey, pardon this interruption. It's Dr. OD here. First of all, thanks for watching this video. Second of all, I have an exclusive offer for you. I just launched a new community for physical therapists, healthcare professionals, chiropractors, to where I'm literally teaching people exactly how I was able to open a physical therapy clinic right out of school and earn $40K a month, 6 months out of school. Then also, while I was in physical therapy school, I was able to earn $12.4K a month in school. So guess what? I'm teaching that exact thing in our new community. So make sure you're in the community. Go ahead and click the link below. I got something special for you. Go ahead and join so you and I can get to know each other and hop on the next call. Back to the regular paid. It's actually not paid. You guys, you're getting information for free. Back to the regularly scheduled program. Let's go. Probably doesn't feel good in
No,
here.
they're tight. And when I rotate, it does hurt up into my elbow.
So this is called supination.
Right.
That's your supinators. Pronation, just like pronated grip, supinated grip. So if you work on those adhesions, you can take a ball, massage, dry needle, and it'd be very effective. So a lot of times, like this is for everything too. So this is like the muscle belly. These are the tendons. So a lot of times people, I feel pain here. It's like, well, tendons are non-contractile, so they're just tight. So you have to actually address the muscle for that to loosen up, if that makes sense. So if you address this, it'll loosen up the tightness down here. Same with, I see a lot of people with like ankle pain as well with all of my athletes. So down here, if someone comes in with like ankle pain, lateral, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna work up here. And they're like, oh, my ankle pain went away. You never even touched my ankle. It's because this is where the muscle contractions actually are happening, not down there. So same with that as well. So even tell your OT like, hey, can you make sure you're addressing up the chain as well? So a lot of times, and a lot of muscles cross at right here, epicondyle.
Yeah.
So make sure she's hitting that as well. Because a lot of people will focus here, and it's just a deeper understanding of getting to the foundation.
Okay.
But yeah, you can definitely You should be able to do that again.
Is completely different. You always see the doctor. Okay? You don't have a tech working on you. You're always seeing the doctor, and just the care is outstanding. And I feel it's kind of weird for me when sometimes like some big NFL players leaving, and then
Hi, it's me.
I never feel that way when I'm there. I always feel like, you know, really like you think I'm strong and capable, and I never feel like I'm being treated like a 60-year-old woman. You know, like, oh, you know, you just want to get your bra on and off. You know? That's a struggle sometimes. That's a struggle.
Literally.
NFL players get a bra on and off.
And that bra is due to the subscapularis, by the way.
As well.
Due to the subscapularis in here. Just to nerd out. Or if you're reaching back to the seat and you're like painful, that's what that's for.
Okay.
But my nerd brain, I'm like, oh, you have issues with the bra? That's your subscap.
So I feel like hopefully we'll continue to work together.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course. Thank you guys for having me. I'll stay after it, so ask questions, whatever.
Like this and hammer curls and.
So you can definitely keep doing that.
What about hanging or anything? Is that gonna?
Does it hurt?
Pushing and pulling doesn't really.
Okay, then do it.
Okay.
Yeah, do it. Let me get your.
Julie.
Yeah, I would love to. We can get you back, especially it's been 8 weeks and you still can't supinate. We got you.
Well, so it's been 12 weeks since I broke it. So
Okay.
8 weeks OT.
Uh-huh.
So we started OT at 4 weeks post-fracture.
Okay. What's your number? Sweet.
Because with the interarticular fracture, of course, the doctor's like, well, you probably need surgery, and I didn't go with surgery.
Yeah.
It's like,
Good. Yes.
I did this like
So-
at my grandson's basketball game, and there was a guy behind us, and he was like, that was sweet, and blah, blah, blah. I turned around.
High five?
Smack.
Oh, no.
I'm
You're like, ah.
Okay, well, it didn't hurt, but it didn't feel
Yeah.
good.
Oh, man.
Like, no sharp pain.
Yeah.
I mean, like, the pushing and pulling is there. My finger movements are good again, but it's
That makes
just
sense.
that, you know, I can do this, you know, and
That makes sense.
reverse prayer hands getting there. Like, I
Yeah.
force
Let's get you in and get this taken care of
Okay.
and get you back fast. All in there, in here.
Yeah, it's definitely like, and I tell them, you know, I feel it here. Or
What do they do at OT? They focus here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the difference. We're gonna go up there and take care of that. I got you. Does that make sense though? Why the muscle tissue's up here?
Yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah.
your OT's focusing
I'm
here.
X-ray, so I know.
Oh yeah, you know. So
Yeah.
and don't be afraid to tell your OT like, hey, I know you know what you're doing, but like, I feel tight up here. Yeah, like,
Okay.
yeah, I got you though.
All right. Thank
Yep.
you.
No problem. How you doing? How you doing?
Not bad.
I know, right?
Brother,
Hi, how you doing?
We ambushed
Yes.
at Cafe Rico.
Oh yes.
There with Sheila and Kareem.
Yes.
I didn't
The
know
crew.
you guys know each other.
Yes. Long time.
And like rock the kids, like it's a good thing.
I love that. Thank you.
Like that. I've gotten trying to figure out my path, what I want to do, how to help.
That makes sense.
In that place, like I mean, you can feel it.
Yeah.
So I might reach out and see if I want to do a repeat.
Yes, please. I would love to come do whatever you guys are involved in too and speak and stuff like that too. So,
Right on.
yes, of course.
They need to hear early and young.
Yes, exactly. How are you two feeling? Good?
Yeah,
Good.
I just had rotator cuff surgery.
Really?
So this is
How long are you out?
I'm in week 7 right now. I just took the sling off.
Okay,
So I'm, yeah.
sweet. You have physical therapy right now? Are you doing physical therapy right now? Nice.